Hey, all right, welcome back to another Big Meat Sunday. Today we're going to do some beef jerky. I'm going on a camping trip pretty soon here in a couple of weeks, and I always like beef jerky on camping trips because it's compact, lightweight food. It's got a ton of protein and it's just simple to eat. It doesn't make a mess, etc., etc. So anyway, I wanted to take you step by step on how I make my beef jerky. It's spicy, obviously. You know me by now. I like things hot. So it's pretty spicy, but it's also sweet. It's got a great taste, and come on, let's go for a beef jerky trip. All right, so we got a couple of ingredients together. I'm gonna just kind of wing this pretty much the same way as I did my last recipe. I don't measure anything. So what we have here is some top round steak. And well, it's a roast actually, and what we're going to do is just slice this fat layer off. Now you can see it's got a pretty decent sized fat layer, goes across the bottom of this. Obviously when you're dehydrating meat, you don't want any fat, or as little fat as you can. That's why I have chosen this cut of meat. So we're just going to slice this up. Okay, so there's one piece. Basically, that's what it's going to look like. Let's try to get all of this stuff. Fat will turn rancid eventually if and when you do dehydrate it, so you kind of want to keep it to a minimum if you can. I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy up too. Or we can go better this way. Okay, so we have our meat cut up, and before we slice it, I'm going to actually set it in the freezer just to kind of get it a little stiff. We're going to throw it over here on the meat slicer. When it's a little stiffer, stiff meat, really? Okay, anyway, yeah, stiff meat cuts better, trust me. That said, before we do that, I'm going to get some ingredients together. We're going to get a marinade going. All right, so we got a pile of ingredients out here. Orange juice, Mr. Yoshida's Original Gourmet Seasoning, kind of sauce. Found this chili pepper sauce, sweet chili sauce. It's a Vietnamese thing that I found in my, well, at my grocery store. Actually, it's a product of Thailand. Never tried it before, but we're gonna give it a wing. Usually I would use sriracha sauce. It's one of my very favorite things in the entire world, next to that habanero sauce. But anyway, I've not tried this before. Woo! It's got some fire in there, definitely. So we're gonna use this. Some habanero chili powder, chipotle chili pepper, black pepper, onion powder, chili flakes, garlic powder, Kirkland brand. It's kind of a mesquite grilling seasoning stuff that's kind of infused with mesquite smoke. It smells awesome. And some oregano. Looks like that's about it. So first thing we're going to do, let's do the wet ingredients first. So I use orange juice. Sometimes I use Coke. What I'm looking for is some acid. I don't have any Coke in the house, so instead of the sorbic acid and Coke, we're going to go with some citric acid and some orange juice. That'll hopefully break down the muscle fibers in that beef to make the jerky a little more tender. So I don't know how much that was, maybe 2 cups. And we're going to go probably a full tablespoon of chipotle chili pepper, same amount with the habanero pepper. And of course I will be adjusting this depending on how it tastes when I'm finished with this. Again, about a tablespoon of black pepper. Same amount of onion powder, about a tablespoon. And we're going to let this stuff, well, once we get the beef cut up, we're going to let, that's about a tablespoon of onion or pepper flakes. Yeah, well, when we get the beef cut up, we're going to let it stew in this goo for, well, at least overnight, if you can wait that long. And tablespoon of garlic powder. And some of this sweet mesquite stuff, we're gonna go probably 2 tablespoons there. It's gonna add a really good, smoky, awesome flavor. And for Mr. Yoshida, we're gonna go a cup. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but let's do 2 cups. We can always adjust as necessary. And then this stuff. I don't know how much to put, so I'm thinking, well, shit. It's not very spicy. It looks pretty crazy. It looks nutty. It looks crazy hot. No. It's got a lot of pepper flakes in it, but I don't know. It's not as spicy as I wanted, and it's kind of too sweet, so we're only going to put a half a cup in there. Going back to get the old trusty. No kitchen cabinet is complete without this. So this, we're going to put about half of the contents of this bottle. Yep, got to go more. Yeah, that's about right. So we used probably about that much. True dat. Oh, we forgot our oregano. So we're going to go a teaspoon of oregano, or pardon me, a tablespoon. Oregano, and I don't know what it is about oregano, but it adds this little depth of flavor that you can't replace with anything. It just fills in a bunch of gaps all at the same time. It's nice stuff. So we're going to get a whisk. Mix this stuff up. And we're just going to let it sit for a little bit. Kind of let the flavors meld together. And in the meantime, I'm going to get on that cutter and get my meat all sliced up. So when I get my meat sliced up, we'll be back. Okay guys, so we're back and we got a big old pile of meat. You can quote me on that. Big old pile of meat. And it turns out I didn't have any space in my freezer, so I had to cut the meat soft. Anyway, this is about what 4 pounds of top round looks like, sliced into thin pieces. It's not too thin, it's probably 1/8 of an inch. You can kind of see like that. Hold it out that way, you can see up in there. So anyway, what we're going to do is take this, put it in our marinade. Actually, we need to taste this stuff. I have not yet tasted it. I'm trying to give it some time to come together. Ooh, haha, ZESTAY! Wow. Spicy would be an understatement. Wow. That's gonna work. Boys on the camping trip, just remember, eat this stuff in moderation. It will burn, inside and out. So yeah, I'm gonna take my meat, introduce it to the sauce, get that marinating. We're gonna put it in the fridge overnight. I probably just store it in these gallon-size Ziploc bags. Probably do 3 of them. I like to separate it out so the sauce can better evenly coat the meat. So you can see I have 2 packs already set up. You can kind of see this is kind of what I'm looking for here. Nice distribution of sauce and marinade. Not too much meat. Hello. And so yeah, you just want to burp your bag. get all as much air out as you can and get it sealed up. And of course, the retarded chef over here can't seal a Ziploc bag somehow. So, and then just give it a nice massage. You know, work it in there, get everybody happy, make sure everybody's got a piece, and everybody's got their own little pocket of sauce, so to speak. When you do the cutting, the stacks of meat kind of layer up and stick to one another. You want to break all them up. Make sure that all the marinade is around all the meat. And then we're just going to lay it flat just like this in the refrigerator. So you get maximum coverage. You want to make sure that your seals on your bags are nice and sealed before you throw it in the refrigerator like this, because I would say it's happened to me. I've woken up the next morning and found myself with a huge pile of hot sauce at the bottom of my refrigerator that had dripped down from shelf to shelf and ended up in the bottom vegetable drawer. Never a fun project on Saturday morning. So we're going to come back in a day. We'll finish this stuff up. See you in a day.